Alright, Clip Studio Paint, 12 panel comics. The deadline is almost here and I've got to get the last 3 panels done. And as I said, I will not be coloring them, I'm just going to sketch them out. I basically am not going to finish this project, but I must tell you that initially I didn't really plan on doing anything but sketching, a rough sketch of the 12 panels. I kind of got carried away and did the colors in the first 6 panels, but that was only, to make the drawings translate better. Anyway, here I've got to draw this girl eavesdropping on the little conversation that is supposedly going on between Sam and this uncle character. I started out cheating by, grabbing the image that I drew of her before, and then, I tried to just work with that, and then I said, okay, hold it, be brave, and I sketched her whole body, and I changed her face later and everything. So she looks okay, and then I cheated again by grabbing Sam and Uncle character, and I brought them into this frame, and I made very minor changes to them. I gave them a rough tracing. I just wanted to get this done, and is it really cheating? No, it's not. An artist needs to use whatever tricks he can use to meet a deadline, right? Not to mention, obviously I'm not copying them, I'm just using them for reference. As you can see, there's nothing wrong with using stuff for reference, right? The big idea here is, can you tell what's going on even without the captions? And I would argue, no, you can't tell what's going on without the captions. But once you read the captions, you don't think like, well, that doesn't look like what's happening. It looks like what's happening. Anyway, you can see I ran through that number 11 there pretty quickly. And here is number 12, and it's all over, folks. All over but the shooting, as they say. So Sam's gonna walk away. He's not too happy because she's not responding the way he wants her to. And that is the end of this little excerpt. Certainly can't call it a story because it has no meaning. Here I'm just going to sort of fine-tune everything before I go to the penciling stage. I tried to give her a different facial expression, but she looked a little too shocked, and so I just switched it back. So now I'm gonna go into the penciling stage, and I'm gonna, kind of give these a little bit of a finishing touch instead of being all rough and sketchy like this. Even though the deadline is here, the project is over, I'm probably not going to pursue this. I seriously doubt I'm going to pursue this. And this is one of those things that I spent 2.5 weeks on this project, and granted, it was an exercise simply in completing an exercise. Before you get to the point where you're an accomplished artist doing these great works of art, you do have to study, right? And so that's what this is. This is study. Here I'm kind of laughing at her body there. That did not come out very well. So what was I saying? Yeah, it's just, this unfortunately, this comic strip, this series of panels isn't really meant to have any real effect on anybody. And I've really got to get away from that. I really want to get away from doing these studies so much. I mean, I have been studying for a year now. I just want to leave you with this. I know that for me, I have to do this. Start working on some meaningful projects. That's what we got to do. And if for some reason you do want to get a better look at this, there's a link to it in the description.